We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. Started Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystems. What's up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We're live for another Ordinal Hour, and we have a really amazing topics today. It's a lot of Bitcoin-centric stuff here. We're going to talk about the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ hit an all-time high yesterday. That is absolutely amazing for us because Bitcoin really follows the NASDAQ. Every time the NASDAQ hits the all-time high, Bitcoin usually follows. And I think we're going to be really close. I think right now we're kind of seeing the calm before the storm, right? And I think that storm is going to blast us with a lot of green candles. I'm really excited for that. The Japanese Michael Saylor just bought $250 million more Bitcoin. We'll get into that. Gary Gensler getting sued, which makes me feel amazing. But that $1.8 million that they got to pay in fines comes from us. So it's taxpayer money. It sucks. But, hopefully this makes Gary look like a piece of, but hopefully the guy looked bad and kind of get rid of this guy. The U.S. Treasury bond buyback. We're going to get into that. I think that's what caused the big eruption last time. I don't think it was a stimulus. I think it was the fact that Treasury was buying bonds up, and you saw billions of dollars coming onto the market every single day. We're going to get into a lot of that stuff. And obviously, we're going to get into the runes. Everyone, I'm sure all you guys are sitting there like, dog go to the moon's flying, cats and sats is flying. We're getting to all that stuff, and it's going to be really exciting. So without further ado, I'm bringing my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What is up? Happy Hump Day. Excited to get things going this morning. Even though there's not a ton of Ordinal news or Bitcoin ecosystem news, there's a lot of Bitcoin news in general.
Yep, for sure. Before we get all that, though, me and you were kind of having some fun. Surf.1 but added a bunch of stuff this morning. So me and you been just like messing around doing some low risk leverage trading, and that's been fun. So how are you feeling about the markets right now? Like where's your head at, even though Bitcoin down?
It seems as though the altcoin market for Bitcoin, altcoins and Bitcoin are doing they're building up some momentum here. Like you have Merle that just keeps getting rejected at 54 cents, but it's like there, it like wants to break through, right? So it's kind of like, come on, Bitcoin, let's go. And then you have Go to the Moon, reached $600 million market cap today. And so there's definitely this energy that these, the ecosystem of Bitcoin's ready, but not so sure when Bitcoin's going to say, all right, let's all take off together.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really soon, though. I think that moment comes soon because I talked about it in the intro a little bit. But Nasdaq closed at all-time high yesterday. Today should be a good day for Bitcoin. It doesn't look like it's now, but this usually takes effect towards the end of the day. I think those markets are down a little bit as well today, so I think that's what's causing it. But I think Bitcoin really follows Nasdaq. It doesn't follow day to day, but it follows it week by week. So I'm thinking by the end of next week, and I truly believe that we're going to be at all-time high Bitcoin again. There's not one bit of me that doesn't believe that. I think June is going to be amazing for us. I feel like we are at like January of 2021 or maybe even February, right before Elon bought. I feel like there's going to be something that comes within the next week or two that's going to set us a giant green candle, 84,000 type of candle. So
what could that be though? Do you have any ideas?
yeah, so potentially, let's just say if Microsoft came out and they announced that they put Bitcoin on their portfolio, or let's just say someone maybe like someone very progressive like Sam Altman from ChatGPT, they come out and they say they put Bitcoin on their balance sheet, something like that, someone big coming out and saying, yeah, I bought Bitcoin in January, because the filings don't have to happen until later, and if we find out that a corporation, even Nvidia came out and if they put Bitcoin on their balance sheet, that could be insane. We could rip.
Yeah, I do expect that to happen, right? We've seen more of institutions and funds adding and being public about it, and then we also kind of seen a little bit of the bad side of it with some of the celebrities launching tokens and stuff like that in the space. Because I think there's this overall understanding that for at least the time being that the government's backing off of the crypto space.
100%. Yep.
Right.
But it looks like Japan, they call him the Japanese Michael Saylor. He's been buying Bitcoin for a while now, and he just purchased $250 million of yen Bitcoin, which I think is like $150 million of dollars. So what do you think about that? What do you think about these companies, man, just coming in? This is a big one. I think Metaplanet's one of their biggest companies over there. It's definitely a top 100. What do you think about Japan, man, using their yen that's going to zero to buy some Bitcoin?
I mean, I think we're going to see more and more of this too, and that's the great thing about Bitcoin and crypto in general. But Bitcoin it's not a market that is mainly focused on the U.S. markets. Yes, the U.S. markets are still the strongest financial markets, but with Bitcoin and crypto, especially with the U.S. kind of lagging behind that, like other parts of the world are strong players as well. And I think we'll see that. It's going to bring more credibility to those parts of the world as well. So this all works together, I think, as like one big synergy, in my opinion. So I love to see this. I think we're going to see it from like, we might see something from Brazil, or might see something from like another country that has, these billionaires that decide, hey, they're going to put a lot of their wealth into Bitcoin.
I agree. Jumping over to BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF, IBIT passes GBTC to become the largest Bitcoin ETF. This was only a matter of time, right? This doesn't shock you.
No, it doesn't shock me at all. I'm honestly surprised it didn't happen sooner. But BlackRock's going to be the biggest fund, in my opinion, for this.
Yeah, 100%. And it comes out too that BlackRock they've disclosed they have exposure to their two funds, Bitcoin ETF. So those funds, you have to be a multi-millionaire to get into those ones, and they added they added the Bitcoin ETFs. I mean, that's the funds that the Rothschilds are in, right? The Rockefellers are in, like that's the big boys getting into now.
They're best friends
now. So yeah, I mean, in the end, they work. Larry Fink works for them, right? So they've added some Bitcoin to their portfolios, which is absolutely amazing. So
yeah. I mean, I think people would probably be worried if they didn't, right? But yeah, it's just kind of this was an expectation, right? So just kind of little details getting out there and making it more solidified.
100%. Judge orders SEC to pay $1.8 million in taxpayer money for abusing its power against crypto company Debtbox. I never even heard of Debtbox, but apparently they abused their power with this one. What do you think about Gary Gensler kind of getting slapped down by one of the judges again? I feel like this is like 10th time. The judges hate Gary Gensler at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the last time the SEC was ordered to pay anybody anything.
Yeah.
So I actually hope that this is a trend that continues. That these the ones that were really hurt the most. I don't know the whole situation with the case with library or these other situations, but I hope that they pursue it. They keep pursuing the SEC to show them like, hey, look, you guys were acting corrupt, and you don't just get away with that no matter how strong of an institution that you think you are or entity of the government that you think you are, even though they're kind of like this hybrid, like private public government institution, right? I hate that we have so many of that in our government, and I know why they probably wanted to do that, to make the public think that the government wasn't really having their hands in the cookie jar, even though they always do. But yeah, so I want to see more of these cases. Honestly, I want them to get served.
Well, I mean, this could be Gary's last straw. You know what I mean? I can see Biden coming out, and because they're getting kind of crypto friendly now, right? They're trying to anyway. If Biden comes out and fires Gary, that could be huge. You could see the markets rip on Gary getting fired. Do you see Gary getting a crypto job after this?
Man, I don't, but maybe with Promethean.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I felt like he was trying to like backdoor that like so bad, but like there's no way, you know what I mean? Like you can't get away with that kind of stuff in today's society with the information that like is lightning speed. Maybe 10 years ago, right? But not today. So no, I don't see him in any like prominent I think if he did get a board seat or something like that, people will be raising their eyebrows because
Yeah, but Brian Brooks, when he left as the SEC chairman, he immediately took a job with a crypto company. It was Binance US. Didn't last long because Binance US is I don't think they're available anymore in the US. But I could see Gary trying, and I could see some team being like, yeah, you know what? We got the guy who's against everything on our team now, right? So Gary wasn't against everything at MIT. He was very crypto friendly. It's just so weird. You just know that Elizabeth Warren has her hand up his butt because he's just a puppet at this point. But moving along,
well,
this is the biggest.
We're running through all our banners already.
Well, this stuff is just the normal stuff. But you want to hit on this?
Yeah, we can hit on this, and then let's go over to some price action as well, and then maybe a little roll call. I think our guys are feeling pretty lonely up in our chat here, but yeah, let's hit on the judge or the treasury bond here.
I put all these up top. These are all the Bitcoin topics before we hit the Bitcoin price action. So these really aren't much, but U.S. Treasury bond buyback program begins today. Billions of dollars in liquidity are about to enter the markets over the coming weeks without turning on a printer. So this is huge. The Treasury. The Treasury stopped buying in September of 2022, and they're officially going to start buying. And I think that was when all that's when all the liquidity kind of got sucked up, right? And now they're going to be entering rebuying assets, which is going to put billions of dollars back on the market of new money coming into the system. And I think that's going to be absolutely insane. When this is billions of dollars, they were doing back in 2021, they were doing billions of dollars every single day. And what that does is like they buy the bonds and then they give the bond holder all this liquidity, and they usually go around and buy stocks with it, because then it becomes this TINA effect, right? Which I forget what TINA stands for. It's like time in something like that, but it's like a big stock term. And then it basically means like you buy stocks no matter what.
Yeah, basically they're leveraging that liquidity to, it says, which is a phenomenon in which stocks rise only because investors see no viable alternative place to put their money. Yeah. So basically, they just kind of, it's really the only logical option for them to be able to increase their capital, right? So I mean that's interesting. It seems like there's like this build-up effect for the overall markets. The NASDAQ just hit all-time high, right?
Yep. Yes,
I mean, like, so everything seems bullish right now. We're heading into this election period. They're trying to do a lot of crazy things right now. Obviously, Trump's in court and dealing with all that crap. And then, but either way, the sitting president and the White House wants the country to feel good about their, economic state. And so they're gonna make things look good, or at least paint it up to be. So it's exciting.
All right, I guess we'll jump into what the king is doing because now everything starts and stops with the king. So we hit on our Bitcoin news for today, and then we'll jump into some Bitcoin price action.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me pull this up real quick right here. Guys, if you are watching on the YouTube side, please subscribe and hit that like for us. On the Twitter side, please share the space. That would be very helpful for us. And hit that like as well. We appreciate you guys. And put your questions in the chat. As always, the Ordinal After Hour, we will get to those.
My man Ernesto Gonzalez hits us with "Take my money. You're not bullish. You're not bullish freaking enough, Mr. Yagobi, Chinese Ireland businessman, dog, moon. Oh my God, let's go, Ernesto, man. Thank you, sir. Huge,
Appreciate that,
huge,
sir. Yeah. That'd be an interesting rune sticker. Chinese Ireland businessman. All right, let's take a look. And I don't know if it starts and stops with Bitcoin today, because it looks like things are just kind of doing their own thing. They have their own life today in the ecosystem. But Bitcoin on the hourly chart seems to be kind of a little bit bland. We're sitting at 67,530. Imagine us saying that like a year and a half ago or a year ago. Bitcoin's bland at 67,500. We'd be like, oh my God, like we're freaking winning.
Well, all-time high. Yeah.
Anyways, and so not too much going on since Monday. Really, Monday was trying to creep back up. Well, this was the Monday that peaked right here. Sorry, a little off here, but yeah, Monday peaked at like 70,500, and it's a little weaker than the pullback hasn't been as intense yet, but we didn't get as high as we did the last week Monday, right? Last week Monday we got to 72,000. This week is 70,500, and now we're kind of hanging around 67.6, and it keeps fluctuating back from 67 to 68. Really, not even sometimes jumping into 69,000. But yeah, not really sure when this thing's going to take off. We know that Plan B. Was it Plan B or no? Bob Lucas said June 1st was his date to where he feels like Bitcoin is going to pick a road in the fork in the road, right? It's either going to kind of get really aggressive, kind of hit 80, 85 in that first couple of weeks of June, or maybe possibly dip a little bit and hang out between 63, 67, 68 up until July. And I don't really know what we can use as indicators on which way it's going to go. What are you thinking in terms of what could dictate that?
Yeah, I think we've really run today. I think by like between 1 and 4 o'clock, I think Bitcoin's back, like up from where it's at right now, up 10% today. I think it doesn't look that way now, but it just has those vibes, man. Every single time we've crossed the Nasdaq, it's like hours, and right now we're close to about 20 hours since the all-time high on Nasdaq. So I just think that we're about to run, and if it's not today, it's going to be tomorrow. And I think we might be at all-time highs by. All-time highs is right there. We get an all-time highs pretty easily. It's just one candle and past it. So I think we're gonna be all-time highs by June 1st. I think like minimum June 2nd.
Yeah. So your bullish indicators are what? That the Nasdaq is running a hit all-time high.
Yeah.
Is that because you think Bitcoin's going to kind of follow that, or is
what
there
happens
anything else
is
that's making you feel that way?
So what happens is a lot of times is it's called risk on, risk off, right? So once the traditional finance they get risk on, Bitcoin is a very risk on asset for them, right? So what happens is they take money out of let's just say bonds and stuff like that, and that money usually gets put into Bitcoin. And it's just like what I was saying before, the Fed's going to come in starting today and start buying these bonds up off the market, and these bond holders are going to get this liquidity, and they're going to go risk on. And risk on is like Nvidia. It's a lot of these tech stocks as well. And Bitcoin's kind of pushed in there as a tech stock. So I think you're going to see a lot of people start buying it. And that's the thing too, is like you don't see the stuff that happens on the ETF until 4:30. So I think around between like 3 o'clock and 4:30 is when you're going to see these prices really start to rip. And I think tomorrow is going to be big. And then going into Saturday, kind of when the markets get kind of closed, because Saturday I think is the first. I think we start ripping. So
yeah, it could be. regardless, I think we're going to see a move. I do agree with Bob Lucas. I think the 1st of June is a pretty good time frame to see, one or the other, right? Whether that happens right before, or a little bit after, I think there's going to be a move, and so probably the next 5-7 days here, we'll see something pretty drastic. I would imagine, even if it pulls back, I would say like 4 or 5,000. It could pull back to that and then hang around there and then just slowly kind of chop back up. But yeah. So kind of sitting. But hey, in the meantime, we got runes running. We got Dog Go to the Moon at what? $600 million market cap. I didn't expect that. Well, Bitcoin's kind of being boring. Did you?
Yeah. Well, I expected it in this time frame, but I wasn't expecting Bitcoin to kind of be this boring. I expected it. I mean, you can't deny every single exchange is looking at Dog Go to the Moon right now, right? And the only reason I don't think that it's on any exchange right now is because these exchanges have to go out and buy these tokens off the market themselves, because there's nobody to, like what RuneCoin did with OKX. They just handed them a lot of it and said, go. That's not happening with Dog Go to the Moon, because there's nobody out there who's, I don't know, willing to do that, because they weren't given free tokens. I mean, given free tokens, but a lot of them went and bought more off the market and stuff like that. So I think that by the end of next week, I mean, you've seen BitGet come out to and they posted all this stuff about Dog. It's only a matter of time. They're getting their users and their followers up to speed on what this token is, and then they're going to launch it. You could see potentially 5 exchanges next week list Dog, and I can see Dog at a penny. Dog will pass Ordi, I think, by next week. Dog will be the #1 token on Bitcoin. I truly believe that very soon. I think Ordi's gonna be left in the dust too. I think 3 billion is easy for Dog. I think that, because it's just like there's no exposure for runes, and people are gonna be like, "What's this rune thing?" And they're gonna hop on this train, and it's gonna blow.
Yeah. I mean, there is some exposure to runes outside of a centralized exchange, and it's on Surf. Because now you can use leverage. Let's say that you didn't get in early and you missed the runestone drop, and you don't want to buy Dog at this price, then you can use a 3-5x with Dog on Surf now, which is pretty awesome. But so that is pretty much the only exposure is gonna be like our native marketplaces like Magic Eden, Unisat, or now. Surf right there. So if you go there, you just drop that down. You see the second option, I think, right?
Dog.
Yeah, you can see that. And that chart right there is mad crazy, because it started today, but like, man, look at that, up only almost, because they just added it today. So if you took that long position way in the beginning, you're sitting pretty nice right now. I'll tell you that.
You came in here and you took a long on that, dude. You are up.
Yeah. I thought you were asking me. I'm like, nah, I'm not.
No. I mean you, but I mean, like, if somebody came in at with 4:25 in the morning and then took this long, because that's crazy. I put on a 4:25 this morning, so, and then took this long, man. That's crazy. I see up only, man. Like I said, I think we're gonna hit a penny. I wouldn't put like leverage on it, but I think we're up here by, let's just say, I don't know, at least by the end of July. So, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, end of July. I think that's definitely a good amount of time to build up to that. But
penny should be easy.
Yep. All right. Last thing I'm going to say on this, and we got to get into the roll call, because there's been people that put
plenty of time for roll call.
They put their comments in there. We got to hit them up. All right. So the last thing I'll say about this is that expecting a centralized exchange like maybe in the next week here, that's pretty significant. Then I think it runs past that $1 billion market cap that you said. Could do it without it, but it's going to need some extra push. Maybe Bitcoin runs up again or something like that. I don't see us passing $1 billion without either Bitcoin running up or a centralized exchange announcing a significant one. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I guess one of the top 5, right? Coinbase, Binance, BitGet, Kraken, or there's another one, but yeah, it's like the top 5 there. So I don't know. But if you guys did want to, I'm giving you guys more time to put your stuff in there, because there's not a lot of comments. So I want to see who's here. John's here. So, but we're gonna give you guys a little bit more time to put your comments in and get in the roll call, because it's a very slow day today. Only 144 people in here right now. We appreciate every single one of you guys, but we need to get more people in here.
Hey, it's good. It's all good. We're chilling with them all.
We got Merlin, Not, Ordi, Soul, BNB, Sats, Dog Whiff, and Pepe. So this is airdrop potential as well. So come over here, check your points out. You get points every single day and stuff like here. And they got these things here now. We talked about it yesterday, but it's check in and trade. So if you make one trade, you can do a 5-hour trade. You can do a 5-hour 100x and just see what happens type of thing. It's kind of like going to the casino. But you can get a trade in every single day. I get these points, guys, because me and Yagobi both think that Surf is going to be a winner. And it might not be a winner like at the airdrop time, but within a few months, I think this is the potential it could do a couple big X's, whether it be like 50x, 20x, 30x, 100x. I don't know. But it's going to do some X's for sure. This is definitely something you want to get in early, get this airdrop, and potentially maybe buy other people's airdrop as well. So Surf Protocol, guys, get over there, start messing with it. I'm not saying use leverage. You can use 2x, right? And then just make sure you're being safe and stuff. But that's an airdrop that I don't want you guys to miss out on.
Yeah, as long as they continue to think about the user, you know what I mean, with kickbacks and the way that the UI, I love the UI. I've been using it, so that part's good. Listening to the community is a big part, kind of follow that GMX blueprint, in my opinion. And I think this is really big, and this is really big for Merlin Chain in general.
Huge.
And we have no partnership with Surf, by the way, guys. Would love one, but we don't have one. But the reason why I think it's big is because the exposure that we talked about, right?
Yeah.
People that don't have exposure to already large market cap Bitcoin layer 1 assets, already Sats, Dog Go to the Moon, RSIC maybe in the future, these Dog, Ordi, and Sats are available right now to use levers with, right? So, new people from other ecosystems, they say, well, I'll put $3,000 in it and do a 5x. Now I have exposure, obviously higher risk exposure, but exposure to around $15,000 worth of Dog tokens or whatever, right? So, I think that's why it's going to be a major player.
And as more exchanges list some of these tokens, you can probably see Surf add them as well. I can definitely see that. I can see when Gate.io pops up there, or RSIC or RuneCoin. You probably go see them all up there. And I think RSIC's already on there, but I know Dog is on the Gate.io, so that is why Dog is up there. But I would love to see some of these on there, man. The Donald Trump, that would be cool to see that on Surf. But anyway, we'll jump into the roll call, man. I gave you guys enough time. Let's see who's here. I feel like I'm the substitute teacher. I'm gonna come in and be like, hey, Aaron. No, that's number one. We got Rune's home run. I feel like Rune's home run's been number one. At least a few times a week, man. Congratulations to you, sir. You win today. LFG at 9:27 p.m. last night. Appreciate you, my friend. Congratulations. You have won today. Followed by my man, Crypto Noob. Always here, man. Appreciate you. Not far behind him at 9:49 last night. And we got Green Man in the building. Tim Bake, AOD Art. Thank you, sir. Harold Browder. Yazir, always here. We appreciate you, my friend. 2 a.m. Yazir, what are you doing up, bro? And then we have, let's see, PJNZ, Crypto Mona, Danny Boy, man.
PJ's from New Zealand.
Oh, wow. NZ.
Yeah.
Nice. That's probably why he's up at 2:52 in the morning. Danny Boy, 8 a.m. He was up early. Shout out to you, my friend. Danny.
Good game last night, Danny. Your Timberwolves played hard.
You woke up excited. Shout out Super Fan. Welcome to the show, my friend. Ordinal Tweets. Dan H. KDN. Broke Oshi. Welcome to the show. Crypto Hot News. Mighty Sonu. KDN. Chain Watcher. Joseph. KDN again. TKO said that. Amir. And then we have Lakey Lukey. Sixes, I Walk Alone, Joko, Mike's World, Coach Cats, Catch A Cats in the building, Chief Axel, BJ Zach. Hi guys, locking up your track and getting into. Oh yeah, that's something we got to talk about too. That opens today. Followed by we got Kai Effect in the building. Caleb, Nope, Napokley's in the building. No, pump it, baby. And then we have Caleb in the building, Kai Effect, Crypto Mamba. John is here. We can start the show now. John is officially here. Then we have Mr. Sheedy in the building, followed by Urban Banner over there on Twitter. And, that's it. Kai FX shout out
Nice,
from
nice.
Dakota Beach, the Daytona.
Daytona.
Sorry.
Daytona. Yep. But that's a lot of people, man. There's
Yeah,
a
man.
lot of people on the roll call.
Just gave them enough time today. I think that's what it is, man. I want to get as much people in here as well. I want to mention the people that are here, but we appreciate you guys, man. We're up at it already, halfway done the show, but we appreciate every single one of you guys, man.
For sure. I guess we can talk about the track thing since they brought it up. But
yeah,
180 people in here, guys. Keep sharing that space. Like I said, we are all about educating people, as many as possible. But it looks like this is something that was posted by Track yesterday. We touched on this, but it says validator pool contribution opening. The ecosystem validator pool contribution opens on May 30th, which is tomorrow, 1400 UTC. So that is 2 p.m. UTC. So I'm not sure what time that would be here, but it says, don't miss the opportunity to share the massive rewards to incentivize track validators and decentralization. So here's the first warning: no minimum. Well, I guess not warning, but it says no minimum or maximum contribution. So you don't have to have a minimum or max track contribution. The hard cap is 1 million tracks. So that is all that they're taking. Rewards APY from ecosystem project for life. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And then $725,000 worth of validator rewards incentive for grabs in launch or LPunks, Foxy, Spooky, and Tap. So LPunks is a launch pad that's going to be in the Tap protocol ecosystem. I think they're going to launch probably like in a month or so. Foxy, you guys know who Foxy is. Spooky is the governance token, I believe, or one of the Tap ecosystem tokens for Ghosty. And then Tap is Tap. You guys know that's the main token for the Tap ecosystem. So pretty cool. I mean, everybody's been waiting for this. How are you going to approach this?
Yeah, I haven't thought about it yet. I think I have time. Obviously the cap is what 1 million track. I think they're trying to get 888, right? Is that the cap? Or I'm not sure what the cap is.
Well, it said 1 million is the hard cap.
Okay.
Hard cap. So yeah, because I mean, if you look here, 888,000 plus this, I mean, you're already over 1 million. So maybe I don't know. Maybe these also could be like split off into their own programs as well. I'm not sure, but
yeah, man. But yeah, I'm excited for thing too. Is like I'm curious like what this is going to do to the track price. If you lock up $1 million in this one, and then other validators come in and they lock up another, let's just say 500,000, 200,000. The track on the marketplace could really get bought up because there's not a lot of people like listing them, right? So especially not around this price level. Some people got in at like $4, $5, $6, $7, $8. I thought they're going to sell them for anything like this, but they will lock them up. And I can see a lot of track getting locked up, and a lot of track getting bought up off the marketplace. So I'm curious of what's going to happen with track, but I can see track getting back to $8 pretty easily, especially if Bitcoin starts to run again.
Yeah, and you and I messed with a lot of DeFi protocols last bull market, right? Towards the end of it. And one thing that we saw was when it was really bullish in those ecosystems, I think that's when the staking really takes effect, right? So like, because you have just so many more people locking up, plus like they're okay because they just want to earn the rewards and they have extra, assets because it's a bullish time, you know what I mean? So everybody's doing well. They're okay to lock up their stuff. I feel like kind of what we went through with the seal staking was a little bit different, because I think if the seal staking with Merlin happened like in 6 months, it would have completely shot everything like up big time, right?
Yes.
But it wasn't like extremely bullish like for the entire ecosystem that time during that time, right?
Yeah.
So something like this, I think it's more leaning into that time period, right? So this, I agree with you. We could possibly see like a really strong staking effect with tracks correlated to tracks price. I do think that the BRC20 modular system and Layer 1 Foundation needs to have something as well, just to kind of pump that as well. Like BRC20s are kind of like back in like 2-3 months or something like that. But it could definitely drive Track's price up. The only one thing is that I'm thinking about is the Karma tokens that they got swapped out. So that team has 500,000, right? But they pretty much had like an agreement that those were going to be used towards validators, is my understanding. So if that's the case, then those will be locked up anyways.
Yeah, I think Jason Sora and Benny have a good relationship. I can see, that they're definitely going to run a validator for them, and it's stupid for them not to. It's like you already own the token, you might as well lock it up and earn what more of this tap token and these other tokens, which are probably, it's you don't have to invest in anything. You kind of just get it from locking it up. So I could definitely see them doing that. I mean, that was the plan in the beginning. I hope that it doesn't change, but I don't think they will. I think Jason Fang has too much money to kind of screw Benny over for a couple dollars. So.
Yeah. No, I agree. And if it did backfire or whatever, I just feel like you'd be ruining your reputation in the space.
Well, he'd be done here. He'd be completely. I mean, he's already kind of ruined his welcome already, but that's going to kind of push that to a all new level.
We believe in second chances. Hey.
I'm just saying. I mean, the whole karma thing was just terrible. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with the whole karma stone and stuff like that. I bought 20 of those for $1,000 each. Just kidding.
Did you? Wow, man, you were in it to win it.
Just kidding.
All right, guys, let's jump.
Yeah, go ahead.
Finish.
I was gonna say, I'm excited because I'm a track holder, and I guess before we move on to this, if this staking mechanism does well, because you're gonna get the rewards, and some of these tokens are gonna be valuable, right? Yeah. Where do you see like Track's price, like possibly like reaching at all-time high? If this staking mechanism goes well, we're in a bull market, everything's good, all that stuff. It could kind of, give it some extra jump.
Yeah, I think when the tap token launches on CoinList, I think a lot of that token is going to get bought up and held because a lot of CoinList stuff does 10, 20, 30, 40x. So I see people like not selling it after they get that and they get that in there, and I could see us buying Track because there's not a lot of tap available, and I can see Track back at like between $6 and $9, $8 I think is the all-time high. But I think that's fair value for Track. I mean, I think that takes Track. I mean, Track's what, like a $60 million market cap now. I think that's way too low. I think for what they're building there, and it's just about time people see that. And they have amazing backers. I mean, Ivan on Tech is one of their advisors, I think, or he's doing something with them because he does talk about them. And that's going to push that out to the masses on that part. And if they can, if this promises thing is anything half of what they say it is, the Track's going to blow up because that means the BitFi Summer is going to be on Track, which is going to allow a lot of people to do a lot of things, and staking and stuff like that is a big one here, and people like to earn on their assets. So
yep, I agree. I'm bullish on the market cap. We'll see, especially if the tap ecosystem is what they say it's going to be.
And I think it will. I got faith in Benny. We'll jump over to the rooms, guys. We'll check them out. A lot of these been running. You can see right here that dog is up 44% in the last 24 hours. Absolutely insane. Sitting at 8.93 sats. To see how much your airdrop is worth. So your airdrop is now worth $5,389. What's your opinion on dog? And will it go to the moon?
I think it will go to the moon, but yeah. I'm a little bit curious of what has kind of been behind this push. Aren't you? Because
no, I think it's exchanges buying.
Okay, so you think they're prepping?
There was two $91,000 buys today, two of them. Someone smart came on and they tried to do the thing where you load up the front and then you buy everything that comes above it, and somebody came in and bought those up, and they were probably like, "Oh crap." You know what I mean? Because what happens is, if you guys don't realize this, people constantly are always just like, why is this guy not breaking up his runes? Because he don't want to. He wants to put a giant stack in the front. So then you want to floor your runes, you're going to put it in front of him. And then someone's going to put it in front of him. And then what he's going to do is he's going to come up, buy up all the runes that are in front of his $91,000 giant pack of runes. He's going to buy them all up and then pull his and then let it fly. And that's very common, very, very common. You see it a lot, and that is why that happens. So, because that guy wants to buy at a certain price, and he puts that there and forces you and forces people who want to get out to pay his price. And then he buys it all up, pulls his order. But in this situation, he whoever did it, or he or she, they got their big buy bought up by, I think, an exchange. So
yeah. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Because other than that, like, I don't know why else. And it's primarily dog. Yes, dog's kind of
Yeah.
helping pull up some of these other ones, but I mean, you went from 480 to $605 million market cap without
Yeah.
Bitcoin pulling that dollar amount up, because Bitcoin's still
Yep.
sitting at 67,800 or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
it does sound like exchanges are prepping. They're
They are.
prepping to get this token, and I actually love this too, because like Leonidas really he didn't have an option really, but he was like, hey, look, we're not giving you tokens because we don't have them. That's not how the launch works.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have to really buy them out yourself. So in a sense, like, there's two ways that the exchanges are pumping these now. They're buying them to bring the market cap up, and then they're going to onboard people that want to get in on this rise up with dog. So really brilliant, really brilliant. So I think once dog does get announced on the exchange, at that point the runes ecosystem should, in theory, logical theory, it should rise.
And CoinGecko, which is where I'm tracking my dog now, they changed the logo. Leonidas got it up there, and then he wanted the ticker to be dog, but they put dog go to the moon, but now it's changed to DOG. And I think that is awesome, because it's I don't know, it's kind of like whiff, right? WIF, but no one says dog with hat, right? They just call it whiff, and that's what Leonidas wants to do with this. And I think that once you're able to get 3-digit runes, because you will one day, you will be able to do that. I think it's going to be like
45. I'm just kidding.
I think it's like 8 months or 9 months. I don't think it's that far out. But I think once you're able to, I think Leonidas is going to jump on that, and then what he'll probably do is probably just airdrop that to dog holders. So dog go to the moon holders. So then you get that ticker dog, and then he gets the ticker that he wanted, and it's just a win-win for everybody. So, but yeah, very bullish on dog go to the moon. Very bullish on 44%. And guys, I did something that was crazy the other day too. I had Node Monkeys. I took a loan out on my Node Monkey, and I used that money to buy some dog at like 4.9 sats. That ended up being an amazing opportunity, because I doubled that, and now I can buy my Node Monkey. I can sell half, buy my Node Monkey out, but now I don't want to sell half. Now I'm like, I think it goes up more, so I got to find some other liquidity to buy back my my Node Monkey loan. But I got very lucky on that. That is not something I recommend doing, but it was just something I had a feeling, and I'm definitely winning on that feeling. So
nice. Yeah, that ends up playing out. Yeah. Just looking at my portfolio, I feel like it's gone up a little bit, like maybe like 2%. But up is better than down or
100%.
sideways. So I do think that dog is kind of pulling these a little bit, but again, I think it's going to be when the centralized exchange announcement happens that the entire ecosystem gets okay. People want to learn what other runes are there.
Yes. So okay, so in that we got Fehu is at number 1 at $19. It's kind of down 4%. The only one in the top 10 besides Bank. Sitting here, damn, Bank's getting right now, 31. I actually took a position on this, and that is not one that is doing
Looks
very
well. BMP like right now.
Yes, very, very. Dog go to the moon at 40 up 40%. We said that already. RSIC up 13%. This is 12.6. Got all the way down to about almost 10. Kind of going up. This has been the complete disappointment. I think it has its day, but I don't think it's coming anytime soon. Pups World Peace. This is up 32%. This is when this one moves, man. This one moves, dude. This was at like 120 million yesterday, up to 145. Really flying. If you had to pick between RSIC and Pups, if I forced you to pick the next one to be the next big pumper after dog, what would you say that would be?
I mean, I was on the RSIC train for a while. I still think that it pumps, but I don't know. The Pups, they when you think they're out, it seems like they find a way to kind of punch their way back in. So
yeah, for sure.
I don't know. That'd be a tough one. I'd probably still stick with RSIC. But look, it's not far off from 200 million. I just feel like dog really is dominating the attention economy between the prunes. It's dominating so much that like it's taken market cap liquidity from the other ones. You know what I mean? Through the past like 2-3 weeks. And when you're that dominant, I don't know, the Pups have their community try to rely on. Some of that community's not really been shown up too much. So it would be a coin toss right now. It's getting closer to that. I would say it's not a coin toss yet. RSIC for now, but it's getting closer to coin toss for me.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, man. Coming on now, we got Runes X, Epic, Decentralized. This Decentralized up 12% on today. Today. What do you think about Decentralized? Sitting at a $38 million market cap, 486 buys in the last 24 hours. What do you think about Decentralized? Is it undervalued being the number 2? And gotta remember, this is ahead of Dog. This is before it. So what do you think?
I don't know. I feel like starting to kind of show that these early numbers aren't really mattering as much, you know?
Yeah.
But again, this is one that I feel is going to run hard after Dog runs. I think Dog just really needs to run hard.
Yeah.
As hard, like past that $1 billion market cap. It's really singled out right now, right? In terms of like leading the pack. So get it to $1 billion. And then the ones that are going to do well will follow suit afterwards. We're going to learn a lot about some of these projects after Dog gets to $1 billion, because the ones that really just sit there and don't do anything, I would be very concerned about that. Dog gets to $1 billion or more, and let's say Decentralized stays at 35 to 38 million. I'm worried, but Decentralized runs to 65. Then I'm like, okay, they're back in the game. This is what they're, they were waiting on this. The team was waiting on this. The whole market was waiting on this. And now the ones that are going to, compete are running.
Yep. I agree. Jump over to Satoshi Nakamoto or Bank Nakamoto. If I asked you to do those two, what would you say? This is down 40% though. Would you take it? Would you take a shot here?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I didn't love it to begin with, but it did started to run hard but it's weird. It was running when no one else was kind of running, And I felt like BNP did that. If you remember back in the day, like BNP was kind of running whenever like certain parts of the BRC20 were calmed down. I don't know. Maybe take advantage of like a short-term flip. It's down 40%. So
I'm gonna give you a triple threat match. Wanko, Manko, Lobo to Wolf Pup, Donald Trump. You can only pick one. Manko up 20% on the day. Donald Trump up 15% today. Lobo up 28%. It looks like Lobo is kind of following Dog. When Dog goes up, Lobo kind of goes up with it. What do you think? If I asked you to pick one of these three, which one would you pick?
Short term or what?
Yeah, in the next week, 2 weeks.
I'd probably go Wanko.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it's either Wanko or Donald Trump. I feel like Wanko will run hard whenever things run. That's not saying that Donald Trump won't. Lobo the Wolf Pup, they've been doing much better than they were. And I think some of that had to do with the staking option. Those are three decent, solid like picks, though. I feel like Lobo the Wolf Pup still kind of, I don't know how I feel about them. A little much better than I did 3 weeks ago, though.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one, I'd pick Wanko. I just feel like every time Runes runs, Wanko runs hard. Yeah, and it's the lowest market cap here, so probably more upside.
Yeah, I mean 11 and 19. I mean, I guess you would go with Wanko on that. So, this is the one that's really been running, man, and we are not in this one. Up 84% today. Cats in the Sats. Amazing name. Amazing picture here of a cat with a Bitcoin torso. Kind of running
picture. It is cool.
I love it. It's a GIF, there's not many GIFs. I mean, if you look down here, how many GIFs do you see? Barely. I mean, there's a few. BTC Trump runes, which is pretty cool, but there's not many. This is actually cool because it's running, right? And it's actually running up 84% on the day, sitting at a $9 million market cap, 45 cents. Is this a buy or is this just a wait and see?
I think this is gonna run, dude. I just have this feeling, and it's stupid because I'm not in this. Even though the market cap is still low enough, in my opinion, you're under 10 million. I just feel like it's gonna run just because it's shown like this weird strength that kind of came out of nowhere. I love the play on kind of the Dr. Seuss feel with the cats in the sats type of thing. I don't know. That's just the feeling I get. I mean, I do feel like there's probably some pretty good meme pushers behind this, though.
Yeah.
You don't go from out of nowhere to right under 10 million unless you have some strategic, people behind pushing this. But I think it's going to run. We'll see.
Caleb says, bro, I've been calling this for sats for days. I remember a few days ago, maybe it was even last week, he came in there and said something about that. So that is crazy. And he said free and fair as well. So that's pretty big. I wish I would have listened to you, Caleb. I wish I would have listened to you, buddy. But and he's
dang it.
KDN says cats are the rats. The Asian community loves this token. I mean, I thought it was Joker, but that could be big too. If we're not in something that Asia's in, ugh.
Yeah. It's the psyop, man. It's the psyop.
Yep. The next one here is Bones of BitDog. I never heard of this one. It's apparently rune number 1125. So it's definitely like from block 2 or 3 after the halving. This one is killing it. 154% over the last 24 hours. Have you heard about this one before?
No.
Why is today the first day I've heard of this one? And it ran, 154%. So Bones of BitDog. Cool name.
When they started talking about Joker, right? And
Yeah.
they said the Chinese community has entered the chat, basically, right?
Yeah.
That I think we should have took that as a message of it's not necessarily this one, but they're here now. You know what I'm saying? And if you remember from BRC 20, there was a lot that would start to run that we were like, we're not seeing much of this on our timeline. Well, like how many people in the Chinese community are we following? And then also if it's in Mandarin, like how are we going to know, right? And so
100%.
I think that's what some of these possibly are. Like the cats and the sats, people are saying that Chinese community loves that. Not surprised. I mean, that makes sense. Out of nowhere up to 9 million. And then now you got Bones of BitDog. I'm not saying that's a Chinese token or a community token, but could be. But it's definitely something that we need to start to look for now, right? Let's get those Chinese those Chinese telegrams going.
Dude, China number one, man. When China gets into something, they run together. They really do. I mean, you saw that with rats. You saw that with sats, even, right? So they took sats. And when we were at BRC 20s, I felt like there wasn't a lot of Western people in there. I mean, obviously we were in there, and obviously there's a lot of other people, but like I feel like there's more Western people that are in runes, and I feel like when the East comes, you're gonna notice. And I think with these two right here, with Bones of BitDog and Cats with Sats, both being up 84% and 154%, insane. So we'll see if this is China or not, because you'll notice when every single day they're up 84%, right? So we'll keep an eye on them and kind of get an idea of thing. But two is when you go to these like WeChats and stuff like that, which I'm not in. I don't have a WeChat. Not WeChat. Is it WeChat?
You ain't got no WeChat, man.
You have WeChat?
No WeChat? Yeah, of course, bro. I got all my contacts in there. No, I'm just kidding. I ain't got no WeChat.
I was about to say, man, you gotta hit those up, man. Get in the car.
Get in the car. Get in the race.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna make you pick from one of these four. These are all pretty low market caps.
Don't make me pick with any of them if Mr. Yen's in there, because
Mr. Yen's in there, man.
That's my dude. That's my guy, man. I talked to him yesterday. He was like working hard and love my son, and that's all. Oh, love my wife too. He said. But
yeah, I've hit him with a hard, working hard or hardly working. He always says working hard. So, but Mr. Yen. Sitting at 3.3. Is Mr. Yen undervalued? I'll hit you with that because I know what you're going to pick here.
Well, for the meme quality, 100%. Like best memes, like in terms of like the social media account, like no one comes close to Mr. Yen's memes. Yeah. But I don't know if it has the backing of like the people that are maybe behind Cats and the Sats, right? And so. But sometimes what will happen is like the memes are so good that they might build more following. But at the same time, like it does need a run. I think it needs to get past that $10 million mark, and it has. No, not 10 million. I think it got to like 6 before, because it's gotten to like 27 cents, I think, once. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Mr. Yen, Japanese businessman. Okay, so we're kind of getting into the nitty gritty here. Bitcoin Pepe Matrix. Me and you both think this one's undervalued, sitting at 2.8. Pepe is Bitcoin, sitting at 2.6.
That's a BRC 20. That's the BRC20 that bridged over. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess it's not a lot of them then.
Click on it to see the holder count. How many holder counts on the right? Just scroll
Where do
down
you
on
see
the
that
right.
at? It won't
You
let
guys,
me.
it should say. It's not showing you.
I don't see the holder count. No, it just says market cap.
Okay. Well, it
If I
should say
try to scroll
supply.
down.
So there's 5,598 holders. I see it.
Okay. Where do you see that?
So, well, I mean, on mine it's showing.
Oh, okay.
But
Gotcha.
yeah. So then, if you look at Bitcoin Pepe Matrix, though, you're at 14,647 holders.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of holders on the Bitcoin Pepe Matrix. We'll see if it ends up being the main Pepe token over here. I think it is, in my opinion.
You think it's over? Yeah.
Well, the reason why is because like there's that many more holders. It was earlier, you know what I mean? And so,
Yeah.
well, I guess the rune was not as early. The rune was later, but like it started marketing earlier because I think the other one had to go through the bridge process and stuff like that. But we'll see.
Gotcha. The Dolan Tramp dudes, this one is running, and I have a story with this one. So I got in this at like 0.4 sats, wrote it up to about it was something crazy. I wrote it up to, it was like my $400 became 4,000, and now my $400 would have been 40,000. So that sucks, but it is what it is. What do you think about Dolan Tramp? And it just running, dude. 1.4 billion $1 million market cap. What do you think about this one?
I mean, I think those drawings are funny.
Yeah.
I think there's a Joe Biden version. They should name it Joe Byron.
Joe Byron.
Talk to Joe Byron. But yeah, anything Trump right now is hot, right? Except for Trump puppets. Come on, puppets community. What's up, man? Like I got some. I actually think those are really dope. They're really dope, but I don't know why those aren't running hard. But anyways,
derivatives don't do well, especially if the main one isn't doing well. That's the problem, I think. If it wasn't a derivative of puppets, it probably would do well. If it was like something else, like trumpets. But
puppets did bounce back some today, though.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so anything Trump, I think, is gonna do well up until election, and if he wins, it's gonna go even more crazy. So yeah, I think Trump's are pretty safe plays. They'll go in and out though, as more he's in media and stuff like that. I think.
100%. I want to talk about this one really quickly. Cook the mempool. This is the one that is got about 16 days left of minting. This is the kind of the sats of runes. This one has been minting for a while now. And what do you think about Cook the mempool? It's at a $1.2 million market cap, but this one, once the mint is done, the 16 days, this one could really run, right?
There's 8,162 holders right now. There's 16 more days, so I don't know how many it'll end up with, but there's people listing these already. So there's kind of like this sats feel to it. People were listing sats on the open market while it was still minting out, and then you had to kind of use the data from the fees for Bitcoin versus the secondary price to see which one was cheaper. And I think you're going to have to do that here for at least the next 16 days. I don't know. This one could be interesting. Cook the mempool though. Like, what could you run with that? Like, you know what I mean? Like like sats, the play off of sats obviously is like the short name for Satoshis, right? So, okay, that sounds like a currency, but cook the mempool. I'm not sure. It's interesting.
Yep. I got a bunch of these tickers down here. And what I like to do before we go to our next thing, because we're at the Ordinal at the end of the Ordinal already, but let's see what's been cooking the last 10 minutes. Rickroll, my man, I got a little bit of this. It's $126 million market cap, and Donald Trump still running. Nothing really else going last hour. Guys, use these tools because these were very, very helpful. Looks like Rick is up 39% in the last hour. Tramp, Bozo, Joker's up 10%. Good for Joker. Got a little bit of that as well. Menka's up 5% in the last hour, so that's good. And then Dog up, damn, dude, Dog's almost at 9 sats. Absolutely amazing. And that, guys, is your Ordinal Hour and your runes market cap. So,
yep. All right, we don't really have too much time because we're gonna So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump straight into the Traverse Security Tip Wednesdays here, and we're gonna go over a couple things because we want to show you guys that you yourself can actually jump into the what is it called, the Hack Me Challenge. the Hack Me Challenge, right? So I'm gonna bring this up real quick, and I'm gonna try this. So it says, did you know that 0.14 Bitcoin Hack Me Challenge is still live? Watch the video below or follow the steps. So I'm just gonna follow the steps here. You can use a Unisat wallet, OKX. Xverse won't work in terms of just even accessing anything. So first thing you need to do is import this private key. So, well, let me set up the wallet first. So I'm gonna create a new wallet. Let me get this over here.
A new password.
Have you tried to break into this?
No, I'm pretty confident in Traverse. There's no reason to. I think that because what it is too is just kind of like it's like a password protect. So just because you can kind of get into that wallet doesn't mean you're going to be able to get into that specific account. So that's one that you can do. You can do that with Bitcoin. You can do that with a lot of wallets. Is what you can do is you can protect a certain wallet with a password. You can do that on other stuff too. But Traverse does it really well because there's no way to get into that one. So that's pretty big.
Yeah. What if like, so I guess the biggest problem is being able to like the MFA and stuff like that, right? Like, so at that point, that's where you get stuck, I imagine.
Yeah. So what the MFA does, it's basically another version of, so with Ledger and stuff like that, you guys will notice you guys can put a password in there, right? But someone can still get your words and kind of get in there with the password. But this is kind of like with having that you need the Google Authenticator. You also need the email, and then you also need to sign that wallet as well. So it gives you that 3-factor, and that just shows you too that it's non-custodian, right? It's completely non-custodian. So there's no way Traverse can't even get into your funds. And that's one thing people have to understand about Traverse is that it's non-custodian. There's nobody that can get in there for you. You need your Google Authenticator and you do need your email. Without those two things, you can't even access that. So definitely keep those things safe, just like you gotta keep your words. Obviously, we're all self-custody people here. We get it. We have to protect the stuff to kind of get us into those wallets. So, but this Hack Me Challenge is something that you can kind of try yourself. You can kind of give someone your 12 words and say try to get in, because they cannot get into that. So
yeah. So right here it says import wallet with private key. So I have the private key here, but it's asking me for 12 words. So how do I skip this?
Is there Unisat wallet? You can just do it with I never actually put in keys before, so not on Unisat anyway.
Gotcha. Okay. So it says import wallet with this private key. So you should be able to do that, right? With this. That's what I imagined.
So the only place I know where to put a private key in is MetaMask. I never used one for Unisat. So
I know that this is right here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I can figure this out. Sorry guys, bear with me real quick. I want to try to get this 0.14 Bitcoin here.
Yeah, man. I can actually take you guys over to while he's getting that ready. I can take you guys over to Traverse.io, guys. If you guys don't have a vault, definitely open up a vault. It's super easy. You kind of launch the app here, and you kind of get in here, log in. You want to log in with the wallet. I can do that here. And then you can see once you get in there, connect it, and this is what signs you in. And then you get your vaults here, and you create a nickname for it. So you just want to name it anything. You can call it OR, Ordinal Revolution, kind of. And then it asks you for your email, and then you put your email in there. And then after you put your email, it's going to ask you for your Google Authenticator code. You pop that in there as well, and keep those things very safe. That is the number one thing you guys have to do, is keep those safe. What you should do too is copy that Google Authenticator to another device as well, so you have the Google Authenticator on multiple devices. You do not want to keep it on one device. I want to hammer that in, guys. Definitely multiple devices for the Google Authenticator, and then the email is your email, so keep that. And then after you get in there, it's going to create vaults for you guys, and then those vaults, you can have many different vaults as well. You can put them all in different vaults, and that'll all be with the same Google Authenticator and the same things. That way you got to keep things separately. It'll give you different wallet addresses for each of them when you're sending it in there, and that kind of keeps you safe. And again, I want to harp on this because it's very important. It's non-custodian. These guys are not holding your ordinals. They're not holding your stuff. You are still holding. You have access to that wallet. All Traverse does is kind of give you that second layer of security, which is the vault itself, with being password protected in a way, because it's not only with your the code from your email, but it's also the code from your Google Authenticator. So guys, if you guys want to keep your stuff safe, get your computer hacked, and you guys got to watch out too, because I'm very wary of this, because people will send you a Google link, and I've seen it already possible. And the Google link is for, let's just say if you're a job interview, or hey, can you jump on a call with me? They'll send you this link. You'll click it, and you'll kind of go into this thing, and then they have access to your computer, and now they can get into every single wallet, because they know all the passwords and everything, because everything is saved on a key log in your computer. Traverse kind of gives you that second layer to where they won't be able to get into there, because not only will they need that Google Authenticator, but they'll also need the email, and they got to figure out all that stuff. So keeping a second layer of security is very important. If you have node monkeys, if you have puppets, you got to keep them safe. If you have a lot of other tokens like I do, like I have, potentially I'm going to put my dog in there, and all this stuff. I have my node monkeys in one. And also, you guys still have until June 10th. June 10th will kind of give you guys enough time, I think, to put your Ordinal Revolution OG pass inside the vault. By doing that, you will get the Traverse airdrop. Guys, that is way to get the Traverse airdrop. All you have to do is, if you own an OG pass, what I know a lot of you guys do, just open a vault, put in your pass, and then June 10th will be the snapshot. And then you guys can take that back out if you want to. But definitely at least try Traverse. It's super easy, simple. We are big fans of it. And when we signed them up as a partner, the big thing for us was, wow, like this could really help a lot of people. And it's already helped guys like Mr. Sheedy and a lot of other of our community members that have got hacked in the past. It's kind of that second layer of security to kind of keep you sleeping at night, not worrying about your computer getting hacked or anything like that. So Traverse is something that we are a partner with them. So
Yep. And their usage has gone up a lot. So that if you're, I don't know, I know that their token is a part of the Tap ecosystems too, but it looks like I figured it out, guys. I did this little quick tutorial over here. What I wasn't doing right was trying to add the wallet manually from here. So if you hit HD wallet number 1 up at the top, and then you do plus, and then you restore from single private key, that's what you got to go to. Then you paste that in there, which I got from here, and then you hit continue. And then I think you got to do Taproot, and then you hit continue. You just say okay for these. All right. So now,
where's the 0.14?
Well, there's no 0.14 there, but it also wants you to connect here. So let me do that. Oh, let me get off of this right there. Launch app, connect here, private key, connect. Log in, sign, and view vaults. I think you might be able to view it, but you can't.
Oh, cool.
You can't do anything else with it, right?
Try.
Well, all right. Let's see. They have so many vaults. You can see here.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of vaults. Where's the one with 0.14 though? Unless it just doesn't show me. And then let's go back here, connect, click on Hack Me Challenge green color. I'm new. I don't know what to do. Okay, this one.
There it is.
Well, there's let's try this one.
Couple.
Oh, there it is. There's the balance right here. You see it?
Yep.
The 0.14. Let me freeze. In order to freeze you need to transfer them into your vault. You can do this directly with your wallet. See, so it doesn't let me actually freeze or unfreeze them. So
click on the Bitcoin.
Oh, okay, there it is.
There you go. Yep. And then try to put a wallet address in there.
Let's see. Am I about to be the first to do this? To steal it? To get the money? Let's see.
I don't think so, bro.
Okay, so
what are you gonna do?
Multi-factor authentication codes have been sent to your devices. So the first thing is it's going to send it to the email address, which I don't have access to, and then the Google Authenticator. Yeah, I mean, I know this. Some of you guys are like, well, duh, like, you can get it. But I literally just walked through that like a beginner. And so, you can use my example because I was like a dumb whenever I started. And I was like, where do I go from here? I'm new. I don't know what to do, but anyways, you can see there, that's where we got stalled, was really the two.
And Pelpa says
it's safe from you guys. Yeah, extra safe from us, right? Yeah.
He put his pass in there yesterday. Congratulations. You will get that airdrop of that Traverse tokens. And Mr. Sheedy goes, I love Traverse for sure. It makes wallet management easy. It really does with the vaults. You can kind of separate everything, kind of really get to know what you have in there and stuff like that. So that's really
I felt like Zoolander just now. It's like the files are in the computer. He's like, I feel like a monkey. He's like slapping the Mac.
All right, guys, that is Traverse Wednesday, Security Wednesdays, brought to you by Traverse Labs. TraverseLabs.io is the website. Go check that out, guys. Start a vault today. We want to get as many people vaults as possible. At least if you don't want to put anything in there, at least open it. Kind of get a feel for it, and that way, if you do get that urge one day, like, oh, my wallet might be compromised. This is a way for you to set up a vault to where even if that wallet is compromised, they can't get into it. So shout out
and two things really quick. Their GitHub is live, so you guys can break down the code there, and also they have certic audits for both the Ethereum and the Bitcoin side for their vault. So if you just need extra confidence, you can go check those out. And they also have like a LinkedIn profile too. So Abdul has been on our show multiple times. They've been doxxed and stuff like that. So just wanted to kind of put those details in there as well.
100%. All right, guys, we can get to your questions now. We're gonna get to everything we have in the comments. I think we have some good questions today. Let's see. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments. We'll get to everything. So,
yes, sir. All right. Crypto Hot News says, can we explain how you can trade on Surf Protocol, etc.? Or example, add leverage and open trade. Thanks. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, we can kind of get into it. Maybe we'll do that on a separate episode because we're kind of getting to the end of here and we got a bunch of questions and stuff. But yeah, we can do a tutorial on it.
Yeah, we'll do a tutorial, but just a short answer here. I mean, it's really simple if you've ever used a leverage platform before. The only thing you need to do is bridge over Bitcoin to Merlin, in your either wallet, because it does the Unisat or the MetaMask. At that point, you can take a long or short position. Long you think it's going to go up, short thinks it's going to go down. You got to kind of do the research on the token that you do, obviously. And then you take your position, and your entry price will be where that price is then. When you close it, will be where that price is at that point. And then you'll see your P&L, which is profit and loss. So that's just the basics of it. We'll do a more deep dive into it, but I'm really bullish on this application. I've used it several times, and I love it.
100%. Yep.
All right. What else do we have here? All right. BJJ Zach says, hi guys. For the locking up of your track and getting the juicy airdrops, will we be able to claim the locked up track back, or is it just stuck there?
Good question. I think I want to say it's stuck for a little while. I think there's going to be they haven't had any information on that. I've actually been looking for that. I'm going to reach out to someone from that team and I'll find that out for you. But I don't think you're going to be able to pull that. I don't think they're going to want people to go in and out of there very quickly. It's going to be some lock on it. There's always going to be some lock on it for sure. Whether that's 30 days, 90 days, 120 days, or a year, I'm not really sure. But there always will be some kind of lock. There has to be. They don't want to get people going in and going out. So,
yeah. I read somewhere there was like a swapping of like track, but I wouldn't think that that'd be the case here. And plus, like, there has to be time if your track is acting as a part of the being a validator, whole framework, then having people constantly pulling in and out is not ideal, right? So they're trying to keep it decentralized. So I would imagine it'd just be probably time frames, like you said. But yeah, we'll get some clarity on that just to make sure. Tim Baker says, I love your guys' energy and positivity. Keeps me going. Appreciate you, Tim. You've been with us a long time.
Long time.
Good morning, Napoli. Caleb O says, do you think pre-runes has longevity compared to pre-runes and runes compared to something that came up post-runes, i.e. is there a token in runes that came after the runes launch you think will win or always pre-runes? Well, there's definitely some that will win. I think this first round up, though, like the pre-runes are going to have that, initial versus first type of position. But there's like Cat in the Sats seems to be like one that's came later. Bank of Nakamoto, even though it might have been minted early, it didn't really start getting pushed out until I think week 2 or 3. So there'll be some winners, but the first round up, there's going to be majority of the early ones, in my opinion. I don't know what you think.
So it's tough. I do think that obviously they'll go to the moon rigs. That's the question. Pre-runes have longevity. Yeah. Winner always pre-runes.
I mean, basically he's asking, like, do you think like the early runes are gonna it's always gonna be about those? Or do you think later tokens that get etched and minted will be winners too?
Yeah, it's a tough question because like there's going to be something that's not pre-rune, but I think for the next 6 months, I think the top 5 are going to be all the pre-runes because there's just a lot of liquidity in those, right? It's going to take a while for something to reach that. To get to 300 for 600 million, it's going to be a long time. I think the top 5 are going to be pre-runes for a while. So,
yeah. Yeah, I agree. But I think there's going to be a second round, kind of like BRC20s, and in that point, you'll see a lot of the newer stuff pop off because a lot of people are going to be launching projects, and they'll use a rune, in my opinion. Okay, TKO401 says, "Is Surf approved by Jeff?"
Yes. Jeff actually tweeted about it today. If you go to his Twitter, Bitmap at Bitmap. Was it Bitmap Tech? You can kind of see that he did a thing. But yeah, I asked him about Surf a while ago. I mean, months ago, before when Surf was running only on base, because Surf was used base as their testnet. Ethereum.
That was weird.
Ethereum was our testnet. Well, I guess they had to see if it worked, right? They had to make sure that it worked and it was working good over there. But yeah, we had conversations with Jeff about Surf. It's very, very approved by the Merlin team for sure.
Yep. Patrick Mitty, what's the difference between Merl and MP token?
Easy. MP token is the Merlin swap token. Merlin swap is not Merlin. Merlin is the governance token for the Merlin chain. So MP is the governance token for the Merlin swap. 2 different things. One's a swap. One is a chain.
Yep. That's pretty clear as day of what the differences between those two are. USX Quantum says Pups needs to return. Doesn't RSIC mine?
Yes.
So
the RSIC ordinal is mining. So it's mining a different token though. So the entire supply of RSIC is already in there, but there's a RSIC season 2. We don't know what that's about. Some people are thinking it's going to be somewhere because people think that RSIC is building like a meta protocol on top of runes, and they're also thinking that this next token is going to be like something to do with that type of meta protocol. We're not sure what it is, but these R6, if you still hold them, the pre runes, it's still mining. It's just mining a different coin.
Yep. Mr. Cheedy, what's up, man? He said, I would like to give one of you two a Patoshi Punk just to try and spark your interest. Will you two do paper, rock, scissors to see which one wins it? I will send as soon as home from work. You ready?
Let's do something else. Let's do a bet.
Paper, rock, scissors. I win. I'll send you the address and the thing. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, he wins.
No. We'll do something. I guess behind the thing, but we appreciate it. Mr. Cheedy's always about like generosity and
100%.
Like so maybe we'll do something to where we both end up buying one, and then he gives that one to like a community member or something. You know what I'm saying?
Do something like that.
We'll see. All right. Hope to see says, how do people add GIFs and images as a rune symbol? I'm not talking about the logo. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, it's super easy. You can do that on Luminex. Really has an easy one. I can actually show what to do here. So Luminex here, you just go to Mint, I'm sorry, etch. And we go to etch, it's right here. So this is the symbol. You can put anything you want in here as a symbol. You can use any, you hit here, you can use any of these emojis. But here, if you hit this, it's going to prompt you to go into your PC like I have here. And then you guys can kind of just do it that way. So
yeah, pretty
super easy,
straightforward.
super simple.
Yeah, Luminex is the easiest that I've seen to do that. John, pizza from Unisat, 210K holders.
I know.
What do you think about that?
I mean, that just shows you how many Unisat wallets is. It's stupid. If you have a Unisat wallet, you just, or any wallet really, you can just grab it for free. I mean, you're only getting 100, which is $100. I mean, end of the day, you know, some of my wallets got like 200 to 400, but like it's the most I got from that. But yeah, I mean, they're going for $1.50 on OTC. I'm sure it's going to change drastically once we're able to trade them on Unisat. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Do you think it was almost like they were trying to do a flex here, man? They're like, we got this many users, bro. No, but and there's probably like 20% that didn't even claim them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they have more than that, is what I would assume. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out, because that's a lot of holders. I don't know any token that has that many holders. All right. What else is there here? What do you say this is from D-Love. What do you say about the MAGA, the Donald Trump minting now? I don't know. There's gonna be a point where there's too many. And then at that point, I think it's gonna be like oversaturated, right? So
yeah. So this is basically a derivative of Donald Trump, right? So I just think they're gonna, and that's what the Donald Trump is. They're all derivatives from Donald Trump. So you're gonna have Donald Trump, and you're gonna have a whole bunch of other ones. Just people just trying to get into lower caps and try to make them run. So just be careful with the lower caps. If you're gonna get into one, I would just get in something bigger. But so I don't know. I know it ran today. It was up a lot. So, but it's not something that I would personally get into.
Yeah. And that's not even counting the other chains that have deployed them and stuff. So TKO 401 says, are they still on base 2? I'm not sure. Oh, no, they're not. It's only Merlin chain, I think. Yeah.
Merlin chain's the only chain.
Cheaty says, what's up, guys? He says, what's up, guys? And there was TKO there. Sixes, Lobo, Pre-Rune, and Buoyant Capital. Wow, 60,000 holders and relatively low market cap. Any opinions on Lobo? What do you think?
Not a big fan of it. I don't really like it. I'd rather just be, if I'm going to be in one, I'd rather be in dog. They kind of run together. Just not. I don't think it flies up without dog, and I don't think it dips without dog dipping. So it's just kind of derivative of dog, in my opinion. It's not something in that I would be in.
Yep. I agree with what he said. I mean, I am happy with the way they added the staking. I don't hold it, but I think they have a chance to do something good with it. Market cap could jump up because of that. But
I just think it's always going to be derivative of dog. Dog goes up, it goes up. Dog goes down, it goes down.
Yeah. Cryptocurrencies. I love the idea of Traverse, but how do they make money? Just curious on their incentive for the product. Thanks, guys. So they do. I think they roll in a small fee into like the transactions. Yeah, whenever you do lock up and stuff like that. They also have a token as well. And then I know they're going to release future products as well, and they do have some like B2B type of approaches to work with other projects. So
their main money is going to come from working with other projects, being that vault. For projects to kind of lock up their assets into and kind of manage it for them and stuff like that. So I don't think their product right now is the Traverse Vault. I think this is just something that they're building, and their monetization will probably come later on some type of different vault. But I know they do, when you do send out, I'm pretty sure they get a tiny piece of each. So which could add up if tens of thousands of people use this and they're all kind of in and out. But if you're in, you're not paying anything to Traverse. It's just locking it up in there if you have a long time, and then you get out. I think you make maybe, I don't even know what the fee is, but it's
we'll get some clarity on the actual number for you guys. But it's not anything that's going to be super worrisome, in my opinion. But yeah, good question though. That's a good one. LSR, do you think Bitcoin frogs is a good buy and can it recover? I think it is, but maybe I'm wrong. I hold multiple of them. I still think that they're cheap. I think that they might run by themselves one of the first once the Ordinal space comes back. I don't know how you feel about them.
Yeah, I'm okay with them. I don't own any right now. I own some and I sold them and stuff like that. I just feel like right now all my money, I just want to put it all in the tokens right now. I think the fungibles are going to run. I think they're going to run hard, and I just think that it's going to be some time, but the frogs will go up a lot, but it's just going to take some time.
Yep, I agree. All right, this is the last question, guys, and it is from Mighty Sonu. He says, "Sir, should I pick up a Surf Protocol OG Pass? Will we get tokens for OG Pass as airdrop? And right now, its floor price is 0.01 BTC. What do you think about that?
I just picked one up the other day. I'm earning 100 points every single day. Those points are different. They're different from the other points, though. This is something that is different. So how you get the airdrop is 3 different ways. There's trading points, which I don't know if it's going to be for the airdrop, and then there's these lucky cards, and these lucky cards they give you airdrop points, and then the Surf card gives you another set of points there as well. So, and then the check-in and day in. So I don't know how they're going to do the airdrop. They're probably going to spread it around between the 4 aspects of these points. But at the end of the day, they're all kind of adding together anyway. So maybe that could be it as well. Not really sure, but I just think I want to be getting every aspect of those points. I think the Surf token is going to be one of the biggest tokens in this cycle, and I want to get as much of it airdropped to me before I start buying it. So
yeah, I don't have a pass, but I'm thinking about it. I think that they do well. Everything about them right now is like they're kind of like the hot project on Merlin Chain right now, right? So, and that's and I don't even feel like they've gotten started yet, in my opinion, in terms of like awareness and stuff. So, but yeah, I think that wraps it up, guys. Great questions. We have 276 people in there. Ended up being a really strong show. We appreciate you guys for, just always being here, showing up every day. Shizzy says it, the roll call is for him to type y'all's names in his brain. So whenever everybody is drinking champagne, minus me, because I don't drink anymore, everybody be celebrating and be like, oh, yeah, you were here the whole time. Makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, man. And guys, go check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles. Just put a new article up today. If you're in here and you hear us talking about surf and stuff, you want to know more, we have the perfect article for you right now. You guys can check in and get you caught up completely on the Surf protocol and everything that they're building over there, because we are very bullish on this product, because we're users of it, right? At the end of the day, that's the only reason why we're even talking about this is because we love the UI and we're very bullish on Merlin. But guys, also, if you're going to Bitcoin Nashville, we have a 21% off coupon up here. Go up here, click the coupon here. They'll give you 21% off, and you can come meet us in Nashville because we'll both be there. Also, if you guys are interested in going to Nashville, make sure you guys are rocking your Ordinal gear. We have some of the best gear, but it's not from us. Make sure it's from someone. Let's show the maxis what we're dealing with. But if you needed something for the plane, we got this awesome school bag for you. And if you need to show people that they're not bullish enough, you can tell them with t-shirts. And also we got some pandas, some alus, and some goosenals, and a lot more. I won't get into everything, but if you hit that, you can kind of see everything we offer in our store. So go check that out for us, guys. We appreciate you guys so much, and we have a membership program as well. If you're interested, we do member lives, and we put out member videos. If you didn't watch the member video from Saturday, we put out a video of airdrops and stuff like that. So go check that out. I think it was the top 5 airdrops in there. So go check that out, guys. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution. Hey, Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookie on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.